Part 5, the third level. In my previous video, I discussed about the things which made Charlie realize that he has reached the third level. And now, when the clerk noticed that he has got a different currency, and then he warned him that he would be caught up for his swindling, for his cheating. There and then Charlie ran out from that place, and we see that how he comes back from his hallucination, from his dream of thinking that he had come back from that place, and then we'll see what happens. And that was that. I left the same way I came. So he says that he left the place, the third level, from where he came, I suppose. Next day during lunch hour, I drew $300 out of the bank, nearly all we had, and bought old style currency. That really worried my psychiatrist friend. And next day, still lingering for the third level, still lingering for the place Galesburg, he withdrew $300 out of the bank to buy old currency notes. And naturally, that Sam was worried about his this act. You can buy old money at almost any coin dealers, but you have to pay a premium. My $300 bought less than 200 in old style bills, but I didn't care. Eggs were 13 cents a dozen in 1894. So he says that they can exchange the money at any coin dealers, but they have to pay a tax. They have to pay a charge, a premium, and it also costed a lot to Charlie. For his $300, he just got 200 in the old currency. And then he says that okay, eggs were very cheap at the time. They were just 13 cents a dozen, 1894. But I have never again found the corridor that leads to the third level at Grand Central Station, although I have tried often enough. And then Charlie says that though he tried so much, he could not find that corridor that took him to the third level at the Grand Central Station. Though he bought old style currency to buy tickets for Galesburg, but he never reached it because it was not a place. There was no third level. It was just a product of his imagination, and it was a hallucination. It was his dream, wake, the dream which he saw when he was awake. Luisa was pretty worried when I told her all this and didn't want me to look for the third level anymore. And naturally, when he told this to his wife, she was also worried and she told him not to look for third level anymore. And after a while, I stopped. I went back to my stems. And then after a while, he stopped searching, lingering, worrying for third level. And then he took a temporary refuge again in his stems. He went back to his stem collection. But now we are both looking every weekend because now we have proof that the third level is still there. And then Charlie says, now we are both looking. Now they were both looking, Charlie as well as his wife, every weekend. Now because there was a proof that third level is still there. Because my friends where Sam Vayner disappeared. Nobody knew where, but I sort of suspected because Sam's a city boy. And I used to tell him about Galesburg. I went to school there. And he always said he liked the sound of the place. And that's where he is all right in 1894. And then one day he found that Sam Weiner, his friend, disappeared. Nobody knew where he went. And he suspected that the Sam was a city boy. He didn't know anything about Galesburg. And Charlie told him about the place and he liked that place. And there he is. He's living there in Galesburg only in 1894. Because one night, fussing with my stamp collection, I found, well, do you know what a first day cover is? Then Charlie says that one night, fussing with my stamp collection, when he was looking at his stamp collection, he found a first day cover. And then he explains what a first day cover is. When a new stamp is issued, stamp collectors buy some and use them to mail envelopes to themselves on the very first day of sale, and the postmark proves the date. The envelope is called a first day cover. They are never opened. You just put blank paper in the envelope. I told you already this is a first day cover. That night, among my oldest first day covers, I found one that shouldn't have been there. And when he was looking at his oldest first day covers, he found something over there. But there it was. It was there because someone had mailed it to my grandfather at his home in Galesburg. That's what the address on the envelope said. and it had been there since July 18, 1894. The postmark showed that. Yet I didn't remember it at all. The stamp was a 6 cent, dull brown, with the picture of President Garfield. Naturally, when the envelope came to Granddad in the mail, it went right into his collection and stayed there till I took it out and opened it. And now he was talking about one first day cover, which was posted to his grandfather on 18 July 1894. And it carried a picture of President Garfield. That time, President Garfield was there. And when he opened it, it was something very, very strange. The paper inside wasn't blank, it read. This was the address, what was there: 941 Willard Street, Galesburg, Illinois, 18 July 1894. Charlie, I got to wishing that you were right. Then I got to believing you were right. And Charlie, it's true. I found the third level. I've been here 2 weeks, and right now, down the street at the delis, someone is playing a piano. And they are all out on the front porch singing Sing Nelly Home. And I'm invited over for lemonade. And then he says that he has been invited for a drink, sweet drink lemonade. Come on back, Charlie and Luisa. Keep looking till you find the third level. It's worth it, believe me. And very strange, Charlie read this letter also, which was written by Sam. The note is signed by Sam. It shows that Sam has already reached Galesburg and now he's inviting Charlie and his wife Louisa over there. At the stamp and coin store I go to, I found that Sam bought $800 worth of old style currency that ought to set him up in a nice little hay feed and grape business. And so Charlie has found that his friend had taken out $800 rupees and he had set up a business. He must have set up a business of hay, feed, and grain business. He always said that's what he really wished he could do because his friend always have a wish to do that business. And he certainly can't go back to his old business, not in Galesburg, Illinois. And naturally, his friend, he's a psychiatrist by profession, and there was no such profession, there was no need of such profession in this place, Galesburg, because people did not suffer emotionally over there. They did not suffer mentally over there. They were all hale and hearty, peaceful people in 1894. His old business, why? Sam was my psychiatrist. Now we see in the end, just see, the irony is there in this story in the end. Because in the starting of the story, we find that Charlie wants to go to the third level, but he could not go. And whereas his friend Sam wanted him to stop looking for third level. But in the end, we find that Sam has already gone there. And now the irony is that Sam, the psychiatrist, the man who told Charlie that the third level was just a figment of his imagination, who has stopped and he has stepped back into the past and he has gone to Galesburg and is enjoying there. He's doing a profession of hay, feed, and grain business over there. So, this is all about in this story. Now, my dear students, it is very easy to curse the things which come our way. We know that modern world is full of insecurity, it is full of fear, war, worry, and stress. And now the greatest message of this chapter is how to overcome how to overcome all these problems. Now, in order to relieve ourselves of all these miseries which I have told you, we should indulge in creative activities from time to time, and making time for ourselves and what we love without worrying about some productive outcome is always good for us. We should not always run after money. We should indulge in some creative activity which will indulge our mind in some good work. Then we can also read a good book, even we can meditate. And long walks in the lap of nature are always beautiful. See, we have broken all our links with the nature. The world is too much with us. We are sleeping, getting up, eating, walking. We are with this world. We have become so materialistic that we have forgotten the healing power of nature. And we should take short weekends. We should get away. We should go for movies with our friends, or we should share with our friends. We should go indulge ourselves in small small parties, treats with our friends, with our relatives. Enjoy our life. That will not make us depressed, that will not make us sad. as we have seen in this story how the Charles and his wife Luisa they suffer. So this is the biggest lesson. I hope you will remember that we should go for a good book, we should meditate, we should go out for weekends, for some retreats in the lap of nature, so that we can enjoy. So this is all I want to say. Stay blessed and happy. Thank you.